We all ready? We're seated? Why don't we start? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Matalco and M Metal's new Lordstown, Ohio facility. Today marks a very important milestone and the beginning of a new chapter in the Giampaolo Group's history as we celebrate the grand opening of this magnificent 225,000 square foot facility. My name is Robert Ricchetti, and I'm the Vice President of Matalco, and on behalf of the owners, Mike and Tito Giampaolo, and the entire Giampaolo Group family, I want to express our sincere appreciation to all of you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to join us in sharing in this very special day. This grand opening and ribbon cutting ceremony reflects the culmination, not only the financial investment that was made, but a lot of hard work from dedicated, committed, and determined a team of individuals which began over 3 years ago. I am very proud to be a member of that group of people who all worked tirelessly in dealing with the issues and challenges that at times occurred on a daily basis, from the construction of this unique building to the engineering, design, installation, and commissioning of all this integrated machinery and equipment, some of which that you see behind me. It is widely known both in our industry and in the marketplace that Matalco budgeted $100 million to build this facility, which is by far our largest investment in the United States to date. But however, what is not well known, and which I'm very happy to share with all of you today, is that given our team's extraordinary perseverance and our ability to deliver, we accomplished all of our objectives and completed this project on time and on budget. This new plant incorporates two operating divisions of the Giampaolo Group, Matalco's state-of-the-art aluminum remelt and casting facility, along with M Metal's non-ferrous recycling operations, which, by the way, is the first time that we have combined these two operating units under one roof. This leading-edge plant, which employs the world's most technologically advanced and highly automated equipment in our industry, will produce, once we are at full capacity by 2018, 1 million pounds of high-quality aluminum and forged billet per day, or in excess of 300 million pounds annually. When combined with our existing Brampton facility in Canada and our facility in Canton, Ohio, Matalco will have the capacity to produce over 700 million pounds of aluminum billet annually, and will certainly elevate Matalco to become the largest producer of secondary aluminum billet in North America. An integral part of this growth will be M Metal providing excellent sourcing and procurement capabilities, which assures Matalco a ready and stable supply of scrap aluminum, and which is a significant advantage that we have over our competitors. You know, ironically enough, Matalco celebrated the grand opening of its first plant in Brampton, Ontario 10 years ago, and almost to the day, on June 8th, 2006. We have certainly come a long way since that date. The hiring, training, and retention of employees is critical for every business and continues to be challenging with every new generation of workers. We are very proud that many of our first hires in Brampton 10 years ago are still with us today. I, for one, am so impressed with how these individuals continue to be engaged and excited to come to work every day and contribute to our success. Thus far here in Lordstown, we have hired approximately 50 full-time permanent employees, and we will increase that number to between 80 and 100 once we've achieved our full capacity levels. If you look around, and you may have already noted, you can spot our first hires, or as I like to refer to them as our first-round draft picks, who are all wearing blue shirts with either Matalco or M Metal, and you can see them displayed in the back there, on their sleeves. These individuals are demonstrating promising signs of not only working hard and learning how all this equipment and production processing works, but more importantly, they are working and coming together as a team, which is critical to the success of Matalco and M Metal and is a cornerstone of the Giampaolo Group's cultural fabric. Before I conclude this introduction to our Lordstown facility, I want to take a few moments and thank and acknowledge a number of important individuals and partners that were an integral part of our core working team for the past 3 years. This is a most amazing team of individuals that I've had the pleasure to work with, and who brought tremendous industry knowledge to the table. Beginning with our internal people, from Matalco's operations group, John Pereira, VP of Operations, Stephen Dunlap, General Manager, Perkin G. and Brad Richards, our electrical and control engineers, and Eric Hilton, mechanical engineer. From Triple M Metal Operations, Tom Anderson, VP of Engineering and Mill Services, and Bob LeBlanc, VP of Non-Ferrous Operations. From our real estate group, Todd Kerr, VP of Real Estate, and Zach Boguslaw, our Senior Project Manager. From our IT group, Mike Ricalis, Director of IT, and Tim Warner, System Administrator. From our finance team, from Matalco, Claudio Calogero, VP of Finance, and Mike Barrichello, VP of Finance for Triple M Metal. I also wish to recognize our external partners, the engineering firm of Penta Engineering, and our construction management company of Amac Foster Wheeler, as well as all the construction subcontractors who worked on building the building, and of course all our equipment suppliers. Providing ongoing oversight and overall guidance were of course our ownership team of Mike and Tito Giampaolo, along with members of our senior executive team, Armin Sanguigny, President of Matalco, Oscar Moniz, President of Triple M Metal LP, Lionel Prasad, CFO and Executive Vice President of the Giampaolo Group, and Joe Caruso, CEO of the Giampaolo Group. Welcome and thanks to those here representing our financial partners, Royal Bank of Canada, CIBC, Toronto Dominion Bank, Bank of Montreal, National Bank, HSBC, Scotiabank, and Bank of America, as well our accounting and audit firm, Ernst & Young. And most importantly, a special thanks to our customers and prospective clients that are here today. Without them, we obviously would not be here celebrating. Now I'd like to turn it over to our guest speakers. We have a number of them today. They're all, I'm sure, waiting to come up to graciously say a few words. Let me begin by introducing our first speaker. Rob Portman is a United States Senator from the state of Ohio. He was elected in 2010, running a campaign that focused on common sense conservative ideas to help create jobs and get the deficit under control. Rob was born and raised in Cincinnati, where he lives today with his wife Jane and their 3 children, Jed, Will, and Sally. In 1993, Rob was a partner in the Cincinnati law firm of Graydon, Head, and Ritchie, where he was elected to Congress, where he represented the 7-county 2nd District in Southern Ohio and served for 12 years. In 2005, Rob left Congress, where he was asked to serve as the United States Trade Representative, the cabinet-level official responsible for implementing and enforcing U.S. trade policy. In his 1 year in the job, Rob was successful in reducing barriers to U.S. exports and increasing enforcement of trade laws to help level the playing field for American farmers, workers, and service providers. During his first term in the U.S. Senate, Rob authored the Senate Republican Jobs Plan, a 7-point agenda for creating tax reform, for creating jobs in Ohio and around the country through common sense policies including tax reform, regulatory reform, and skills training. He has been a champion for underprivileged children, an advocate for policies that reduce poverty and increase opportunity, and a leader on expanding exports and American energy production. Portman is a member of the Finance Committee, Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, Energy and Natural Resources Committee, and Committee on the Budget. He is also chairman of the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigation. Attending on his behalf is the Northeast District Representative. Please welcome Mr. Josh Price.
Thank you for that kind introduction, although no, I am not Senator Rob Portman. I am just merely a district rep. Good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of Senator Portman, I would like to welcome everyone here today and give a well-deserved congratulations on the opening of the Matalco plant here in Lordstown. A special congratulations to the Mayor of Lordstown, Mayor Arno Hill. This is the city's 2nd major project to be showcased in the past week. As you know, there was a groundbreaking ceremony for a new power plant here just last week, and today we cut the ribbon on a beautiful new facility, which employs currently 50 people and many more to come. This is what it's all about, jobs for Lordstown and jobs for the Mahoning Valley. I'm sure I'll speak for everyone here in saying we are all very happy that Matalco decided to put its 3rd North American facility right here in Ohio in Lordstown. I am told that since its official opening in March, This facility is on track to achieve its 2016 goals. That is great news, and we are all looking forward to continued success here. It is great to see the progress from when we were here in 2014 for the groundbreaking of this facility to today where the plant is complete and operating. Again, on behalf of Senator Portman, congratulations to everyone involved with this vital project, not only for Lordstown, but for Ohio. Thank you.
Tim Ryan was first elected to U.S. House of Representatives in 2002 and is currently serving his 7th term. Congressman Ryan is a member of the powerful Appropriations Committee controlling annual expenditures and a member of the Budget Committee, which establishes the overall federal budget blueprint. Ryan serves as co-chairman of the Congressional Manufacturing Caucus and leads the fight to strengthen America's manufacturing base and reform U.S. trade policies. Ryan's primary focus remains on the economy and the quality of life in Northeast Ohio. He works closely with local officials and community leaders to advance local projects that enhance the economic competitiveness and help attract high-quality, high-paying jobs. He's a champion of efforts to make college more affordable and revitalize American cities through business programs like new market tax credits utilized by local developers and finance agencies. Attending on his behalf is the District Director, Rick Leonard, who has been with the Congressman for the past 14 years. Rick oversees all district office operations and handles a significant amount of economic development activity for the Congressman. Please welcome Mr. Rick Leonard.
Thank you for those kind words and the kind introduction. This is always an exciting day. I've been with the Congressman for 14 years now, and days like today never get old. It's like Christmas. Days like today remind me of a saying, Harry Truman, it's amazing what you can accomplish if you don't care who gets the credit. I see a lot of my friends here and colleagues in economic development, elected officials. Some played a big role, some played a small role, but we all came together for the greater good of the project. You know, after years and years and decades of disinvestment in this community, we've seen some pretty great success stories. Valorant, V&M Star, over $1 billion of investment. America Makes, the nation's first manufacturing institute in this country in Youngstown, Ohio. Siemens made a $440 million in-kind grant to Youngstown State University. Youngstown Business Incubator, the YBI in Youngstown, ranked the #1 university-affiliated incubator in North America. Hollywood Gaming, the Mahoning Valley Racecourse, another $125 million project just down the road. Last week, Lordstown Energy Center, a natural gas fuel-fired power plant, over $890 million. And the mayor, he told me to say that he's the billion-dollar mayor, so I had to refer to him as that for that project and this project. And now we have the Matalco project, 225,000 square foot, over $100 million of investment. It's pretty impressive. And the interesting thing about today is it's a manufacturing facility. And that's the heart of this country, the heart of this valley. You guys make the stuff that makes the stuff. But manufacturing just isn't about making products. It represents the future economic health of our country. It has a very strong impact on employment as well as our national security. American manufacturing contributes $2.1 trillion to the United States economy, nearly 12% of our GDP, and represents 2/3 of our nation's total exports of goods and services. Not only are manufacturing jobs important in and of themselves, but each manufacturing job generates another 4.6 jobs. So not only is this an investment in Matalco and this community, but for every job that you create, there's another 5 spin-off that will resonate throughout this valley. So today, we celebrate your accomplishment and applaud the team at GM Pala Group, Matalco, engineers, designers, the tradesmen and tradeswomen that built this facility, and the plant workers that will help take this organization to new heights. On behalf of Congressman Tim Ryan, I want to congratulate you on this opening of the new facility. We are extremely pleased that you have chosen this area for your state-of-the-art aluminum billet plant. We feel confident you have many, many years of success here. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Rick. Next we have with us Trumbull County Commissioner Mauro Cantalamessa. Mauro attended Warren John F. Kennedy High School. After high school, he graduated from John Carroll University with a Bachelor of Arts degree. He also received a secondary education teacher certificate from Youngstown State University. Mauro was employed at Austintown Finch High School before becoming co-owner, operator of Enzo's Restaurant and Banquet Center in Warren. Commissioner Cantalamessa served as Trumbull County Democrat Precinct Committeeman for 8 years, working on local, state, and national campaigns. He is a former member of the Rotary Club of Warren and the City of Warren's Community Block Grant Citizens Committee. As a local small business owner, Mauro has donated time and funds to several area schools and charitable civic projects. Mauro resides in Warren with his wife Lindsay and son Benito. Please welcome Commissioner Mauro Cantalamessa.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome here today. This is really the best part of our job, welcoming a new business into our community, let alone an industry leader in our community. It's a great day for Trumbull County. And when I first had the privilege of becoming commissioner, this is really what I sort of envisioned, standing here in the present and looking towards the future and looking towards future growth. And on behalf of my fellow commissioners who are here today, Mr. Polifka and Mr. Fuda, I'd like to take this time to thank Matalco and the entire John Paolo group on choosing Trumbull County as their home for this wonderful state-of-the-art facility. Very few people realize the amount of work it takes to get to this point where we are today. We know that the decision to come to the Valley by Matalco and the John Paolo group was a difficult one. There was a lot of deliberation, there was a selection process, but also there was some hard work and some effort on the part of some people here locally as well, and I'd like to recognize them. Our director from the Regional Chamber, Mr. Tom Humphreys, who does a wonderful job, and Sarah Boyarko. The state's arm of economic development, Jobs Ohio, played an integral part in this process. Obviously, the million-dollar man, the billion-dollar man, Mayor Arno Hill, is here, and his village council for being so helpful, and without them, we really wouldn't be here. Our planning commission, who has done a wonderful job, Trish Nuskovich and Julie Edwards. And I just want to thank all of them, not only for their dedication to this project, but for their dedication to our community. This is obviously a major investment, a multi-million-dollar investment, and it's about more than money. It's about an investment in our community. It's about an investment in our families. It's about an investment in our way of life here in the Valley. Matalco sees our potential. They see the value in locating Trumbull County and see our community as a good place to do business now and into the future. And we thank them for creating employment opportunities for our citizens. We thank them for strengthening our tax base, and we thank them for helping to ensure economic viability moving forward in our county. We know that your success as a company is necessary to our success as a county, so and that goes vice versa. So cutting the ribbon today usually signifies the completion or the end of a project. But I like to think of it as the beginning of a long-term, prosperous relationship between your company and our county. So on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners, just like to say thank you and welcome to our community. Thank you very much.
Mayor Arno Hill has been a resident of Lordstown since 1986 and originally from Champion, Ohio. He has been mayor from 1992 to 2003 and from 2012 till the present. He is currently serving the first year of a 5th term. Councilman from 2006 to 2011. Proudest accomplishments as mayor is keeping government small and promoting positive business growth in the village of Lordstown. Married to Carol, they have 6 children and 9 great grandchildren, not great yet. Former licensed realtor, 1976 to 1982, which when I look back at when we first met the mayor, it all makes perfect sense, and the way he tried to sell us on everything in the village. Throughout construction, the mayor was on site almost weekly, keeping an eye on the construction management company and making sure that things were progressing well. He offered up any assistance that he could, which by the way was greatly appreciated. Thank you, Mayor. So without further ado, the billion-dollar man, Mayor Arno Hill.
You know, when you're not the first speaker, a lot of the stuff you're going to say is pretty repetitive. But, you know, it seems to me like the groundbreaking of September 17, 2014 was just yesterday, and look where we are today. This facility is truly state-of-the-art, and it's one of the most environmentally friendly and most efficient plants in the world, not just the United States, in the world. And we are proud to have Matalco in our community. This facility and your investment is one which any community would love to welcome. I mean, this is every mayor's and every school superintendent's dream come true. Ohio Commerce Center, Roth Herbert Realty, Giampaolo Family, Foster Wheeler, the Regional Chamber, Penn Engineering, they're just a few of the names who've helped make this become a great success. There's a lot others, but I'd be up here all day, so I won't do that. One principle I've always had is to have a good, open, continuing dialogue with all the companies who choose to make Lordstown their home, and to have a good dialogue with all other parties who assist to make things happen. That goes from village council, clerk's office, all our safety forces, goes to the county officials, several county offices, state officials, several state offices, and also your local communities next door, such as Warren and Niles. You know, they help us. We buy a lot of services from them. Long-lasting relationships help foster good neighbors, and everybody benefits. The Village of Lordstown welcomes Matalco, and our doors are always open for you. I do have a certificate of commendation from Secretary of State John Huston's office, which I'll pass later. I appreciate him sending this up. I'd like to welcome everybody to Lordstown. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mayor. Senator Cafaro is a fourth-generation resident of Ohio's 32nd Senate District, an area she has had the honor to represent since January of 2007. Now entering her 9th year of service, Cafaro is the Dean of the Senate Democratic Caucus. In 2009, Senator Cafaro was elected by her peers to serve as the Minority Leader of the Ohio Senate, a position she held for 3 years. Over the last several years, Cafaro has passed numerous bills into law, focusing her efforts on economic development, health care, and victims' rights. She has authored a law that creates a stable bioproducts procurement standard to stimulate the development of goods derived from the agricultural sector, implemented Tourism Ohio, a dedicated program to promote the tourism economy in the state, and established a revitalization district for the largest city in her area aimed at growing small businesses. Senator Cafaro drew upon her extensive experience in healthcare policy and social service delivery to author Ohio's Medicaid reform law. The bill created a legislative oversight body to hold the Medicaid program accountable. It also established benchmarks to slow the growth of Medicaid spending without removing people from the program. Currently, Senator Cafaro serves as the ranking member of the Senate Medicaid Committee, the Joint Committee on Medicaid Oversight, and the Senate Transportation, Commerce, and Labor Committee. She is the Vice Chair of the Senate Finance Subcommittee on Higher Education and is also a member of the State Senate Ways and Means, Agriculture, Energy, Natural Resources, and the Joint Legislative Ethics Committees. Cafaro is a graduate of Stanford University with a degree in American Studies and earned 2 master's degrees. Please help me welcome Senator Cafaro.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. these microphones. Me and podiums have never gotten along. There's nothing I can do about it, but this is an exciting day. We want to welcome the Giampaolo family and group here to the community of Lordstown in Trumbull County, and thank you for your investment in our community. At risk of being repetitive as well, the mayor mentioned that so much has already been said, but this is an incredible example of how when state, local, and federal entities come together for a common goal, it is possible to come to fruition. And I just want to give a little bit of an insight and a little bit of context to this project. This is actually my 10th and final year in office. And over the last decade, I came in January 1st, 2007. When you're in office for that long, you have an opportunity to see things go from an idea to reality. You also see the cyclical environment of our economic climate. So within my first few years in office, I can distinctly remember back in 2008 and 2009, where we were getting notices from the Department of Job and Family Services on an almost daily basis, saying that we were losing dozens of jobs across my district, which does not only include Trumbull County, but also another county and a quarter. So when I think back to 2008 and 2009, where some parts of my district had 15% unemployment, to today, where within the last 2 weeks, we've had over $1 billion of investment, over 100 jobs and more being created here between these two projects here in the community of Lordstown. It brings me such great pride to be part of this team, even a small part, to see us come back in some kind of revitalization. It is possible. And I will let my colleague, Lieutenant Governor Mary Taylor, talk a little bit more about this, but the state of Ohio, in their role with the Job Creation Retention Tax Credit, and the program of Jobs Ohio, which is an innovative program of which I was very proud to support in a bipartisan manner as the minority leader when it was introduced and passed into law back in 2011. Without those kinds of programs to provide incentives, we would not be able to make the decision easy for all of you to come here and select our community with such a vibrant workforce and strong infrastructure to bring your product to market. In closing, I want to say, as a longtime member of the U.S.-Canadian Relations Committee on the Council of State Governments, we really want to thank you for your investment in our community. This is reflective of the important relationship that Canada and the United States have as economic partners in trade and investment. Together, we'll make North America the strongest and most economically vital community in the world. Thank you very much.
After graduating from the University of Akron with a bachelor degree in accounting and master's in taxation, Lieutenant Governor Mary Taylor started her career as a CPA at Deloitte & Touche. Then joined an Akron accounting firm where she served as director of the firm's tax department and senior manager of the employees benefits practice. After 16 years of private sector experience, Taylor was driven to help her community, and as a result, she successfully ran for city council in her hometown of Greene. After serving on city council, Taylor was elected to the Ohio General Assembly to represent the 43rd District. Following 2 terms in the legislature, Taylor was elected as Ohio State Auditor in 2006 and was the only Republican to win statewide office that year. In addition, Taylor was the first certified public accountant in Ohio's history to serve in that role. Taylor was sworn in to serve as Lieutenant Governor in 2011 and is currently fulfilling her 2nd term alongside of Governor John Kasich. As Ohio's 65th Lieutenant Governor, Mary Taylor leads Ohio's Common Sense Initiative to form the state's regulatory policies and serves as the director of the Ohio Department of Insurance. Taylor is a lifelong resident of Northeast Ohio, where she lives with her husband, Don, their sons, Joe and Michael, and their 3 dogs, Scooby, Maya, and Cooper. The Lieutenant Governor was here to break ground with us back in September of 2014, and we're happy to have her back with us today to finally see the end product. Everyone, please welcome Lieutenant Governor Mary Taylor.
Well, good afternoon. Thank you so much. It's great to be with you. I'm glad you introduced my dogs because I have a little dirt on my jacket that I didn't realize until after I put it on. And I have a very large German Shepherd who tends to greet high. So now you know why I have dirt all over my jacket. So there you go. I get to call that out. Well, it is great to be here. And wow, doesn't this look different than it did just a couple of years ago when we were here for the groundbreaking announcement. And as everybody else has already said, a lot has been said. One of the things that I think is most important in any project like this is the partnership that it takes to make these types of projects successful. We start with local government, we start with the mayor, billion-dollar man, I really like that. We start with the mayor, we start with council, we start obviously with county council, we go to the state and our economic development arm in Jobs Ohio, working with our colleagues in the legislature. That's how these projects are successful. Obviously the company and the commitment of the team at Matalco, that's how these projects are really successful. And so I want to make sure that we properly acknowledge them and thank them. I think the one thing that certainly has been reinforced to me over these last several years, it doesn't really matter what your partisan politics, what it is, and some of us are Republicans and some of us are Democrats. We have common goals. And when we get to a project like this, we have a common goal. We want to make our communities stronger, and we want to put more Ohioans back to work. And that's exactly, those two things are being accomplished with this particular project. So I want to thank the leadership at Matalco, the folks that made the commitment to locate this facility here, the commitment and the investment, not only in the physical structure of this building, but obviously in the employees and the families that you are having a positive impact on. And it's great to participate in these types of announcements, regardless of where they are in the state of Ohio, because it really does mean good things for the community, good things for our families, and good things for the state of Ohio. Capri, you mentioned the relationship between the United States and Ohio, well, Ohio specifically, and Canada. I have for the last several years been very active in the Great Lake Governors and Premiers Association, and in fact we'll be heading up some economic development work that we're going to be doing as a group over the course of the next couple of years. And I appreciate your comments, and you are absolutely correct. We have a strong relationship already in Ohio and Canada, but I also think that we have many more opportunities that we can take advantage of to continue to strengthen our relationship and strengthen our communities, especially that in Northeast Ohio, but of course strengthen our state. So congratulations to all of you that had any part to play in this successful announcement today. Good luck to all of your team members here at Matalco for a future full of growth, prosperity, and success. And also good luck to your company as you continue to grow and be successful right here in Lordstown in Trumbull County in the state of Ohio. Congratulations and thank you for your investment.
Our final speaker today is Tom Humphreys. Tom is the president and CEO of Youngstown Warren Regional Chamber and has led the business organization since April of 1997. During the past 19 years, the Regional Chamber has enjoyed unprecedented growth in both total number of members and vast array of services provided. Mr. Humphreys implemented an aggressive economic development and marketing program in order to help the region develop a balanced economy, increase employment, diversify its tax base, and create a better quality of life. This includes recruiting business, industry, and retail to the region, as well as entertaining, hosting, and arranging tours of the region's facilities. Mr. Humphreys is a member and vice chairman of the Ohio Board of Regents, chairman of the Ohio Local Government Innovation Fund Council, founding member and board member of Team NEO, and member and past chairman of the Metro Chambers of Ohio. The Youngstown State University graduate, who also received a certificate in executive management from Duke University, is also a veteran of the United States Air Force. He currently lives in Girard, Ohio with his wife of 50 years, Kathy. They are proud parents of 2 sons, Kenneth and David, both of whom hold PhDs, and doting grandparents to Liam and Daniel. Please welcome Mr. Tom Hunt.
Good afternoon. What an honor it is to stand before you today. And as I listen to all the speakers address the family of Matalco and your industries and what you've done for our community and communities like us in both North America, it's very impressive and an honor to be before you. As I listen to everybody compliment the teamwork and the effort, one of the people that wasn't addressed was the speaker who introduced us and the MC. Robert has led this project since its inception, searching out the opportunities, the locations, and I just want to address the family and tell you what an excellent job Robert did and what an honor it has been to work with him. We've seen a lot of folks, we do a lot of projects, but I've got to tell you, he raised the bar on this project for this company, and it was a joy to work with. And I can say that on behalf of Sarah Boyarko, who's our person liaison that led this project from the private sector point. But I can tell you that it's Robert that led the project, and Robert, congratulations and thank you. We talk about the projects that have come before us and the opportunities, but this one is really, really, really important. And when you're last, you get to start to think of what hasn't been said and what haven't we recognized. And that is the aluminum industry itself in this region. People may not know it, but we are the 3rd highest concentration of aluminum extruders, both facilities and employment, in the United States. The 3rd largest. This is a very, very important industry to us, and to have you here and place a $100 million investment in our community to support that industry just makes that industry that much stronger, and we're very, very fortunate to have you here. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Vice Chairman, thank you so much for your investment, and I hope you see that return very quickly. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. And by the way, Tom, your team is excellent also. Sarah Boyarko has done a fantastic job for us and continues to do so, along with Kim and Jason in organizing this event, so thanks to them also. So I think we've come now, next on our agenda is the actual ribbon cutting ceremony, which for those interested will be followed by a guided tour of the facility. The tours will be led by, I can't see them right now, but there will be 3 or 4 gentlemen that will have safety vests. And I encourage everyone to take the tour and walk our facility. However, we want to make it a manageable process if we can. So I would ask that each tour group be limited to about 10 to 15 people if possible. If you cannot be on the first round of tours, don't worry, there'll be another tour afterwards. For those who do not wish to go on a tour, and those that are waiting for their turn to tour, please enjoy the wonderful selection of food that we have catered in from Michael Alberini's restaurant and wine shop. One last item, and as a small token of appreciation, we will be giving gifts to everyone here today, so please on your way out, and for those who have not received a gift already, make sure that you go back through our conference room and pick up your gift. We have finally arrived at that time now, so I'd like to next ask Mike and Tito Giampaolo to make their way to the ribbon cutting area, and I will ask also all our guest speakers to join Mike and Tito in the ribbon cutting ceremony. But again, on behalf of the owners, Mike and Tito Giampaolo, the Matalco and Triple M metal teams, and the entire Giampaolo group of companies, we would like to thank each and every one of you for coming by today and joining us in the celebration. Thank you so very much. So everyone has scissors? Why don't we, no, are we missing someone? You okay? So why don't we count this down, everyone? 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cut.